and I am going to tell you this is my first ripe tomato, and actually, even though you won't see this video until later, this is June 15th. That's the earliest I've got a big tomato. Actually, outside we have little cherry tomatoes, and I've been eating those on and off for the last week. But the big tomato, first ripe one, I think it's a record for me. Anyway, today I am going to make some noodles, and I notice on YouTube lots of times they have grandma so-and-so making her special cake or bread or something. Well, I can call these nanas noodles. And so that's what I'm going to call them. But even though I've made pasta on and off over the years, I don't think I've ever quite done it right until I watched someone on YouTube. So I'm going to pass it along to you in case you didn't watch them. Okay, what I have in here, I've got 2 cups of flour. I've got one, and you can use whatever you want, but this is what I have. It's all-purpose spelt flour. So I've got 1 cup of that, and then I have semolina, 1 cup of that. Okay, and I'm gonna put this back. This is not what I wanted. And I'm going to sprinkle some salt on here. Maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon or something like that. And remember, even though it's in a Morton's salt can, it's really real salt. Sometimes it's real salt, and that's the brand, or sometimes it's pink Himalayan, but it's never store-bought salt, which is not really good to use. Okay, so I've made a well, and actually I've got 3 eggs, real fresh eggs, broken in here, and I actually only want to put maybe about 2 of them in, so there's 2, and there's 1 left, and I'm going to whip that up, and the idea is sort of incorporate, I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. Oh, I'm going to show you just for fun. I don't know if it's, I'll bring it over, because I want you to notice the egg yolks. Okay, the really bright yellow one is Cocoa Puffs. They should both be that color. They eat the same food. They are all on the clover patch, but hers is always much darker. Okay, and you just want to beat that up, whip it up, and start incorporating some of that flour in there. And that's not going to be enough. But it's mixing up quite a bit of it. Then when it gets, it's getting stiffer. And I am going to now add that 3rd egg. I'm going to beat that up. And I've got a lot of flour yet to mix into it. And it's still got, see, quite a bunch of flour still left on the sides. So while I'm gonna add, the last, I've got one more egg. I just want the yolk this time. Oh, that was really a yellow yolk. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be telling you a little bit of what's happening in our lives here. And it's not happening to us, but neighbor's son. He's got Bell's palsy. He just got it. He's had it not quite a week. I guess they say average will be 6 months. So if any of you know anything about that, maybe make a mention in the comments. That might be helpful. Okay, I've changed from my fork. Now I'm working my hands. It's still pretty dry. And so what I want to do is, and you just want to go a little at a time when you make the pasta, because you don't want to get it too wet. You want to end up with the right amount. So I'm just, even though this is a 2 tablespoon measure, I've got about a tablespoon of water in here. There. And I'll probably have to put in some more, but like I say, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to have to go back and forth with more liquid, more flour. Anyway, it's his right side of his face is paralyzed. It's funny, he has an eye patch because his eye won't close completely on one side. So he looks to be quite a character. And other than that, I think people might not even notice, because his speech isn't, you can't notice his speech or anything like that. Okay, I added 1 more tablespoon. And I think that might be pretty much it. I might have to add just a little bit more. I think I will, because it should pick up all of the flour in the bowl. And see, it's not quite picking it all up yet. I think I'll just put a few drops more. Okay, I think that will be about it. And what you want to do now is you really want to knead this and get it soft. And so I'm going to take this away now. Oh, wait just a minute. And I am going to put a little what he thinks is he had been working in an area that was quite dirty, and he wonders if he picked up some sort of a virus from there, because it is caused by a virus. Okay, and this is about where I'm going to leave you on the video, and I'll make a second sequel to this, but I want to knead this really for about 10 minutes, and then what I'm going to plan to do, either one day or a couple of days. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it, put it in the refrigerator, let it rest. and then I'll make it into the noodles and you'll see that part. And I am going to get a little more flour on here. There. So I'll be busy kneading this for about 10 minutes, really get it kneaded quite nicely, and when it gets really, really workable, then I'll put it in the refrigerator. I'll cover it, I'll probably wrap it in saran wrap. So there you have the beginning of Nana's Noodles. So come again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and come again. And thank you, new subscribers. I appreciate that. And you know what? I think I'm going to dedicate my noodle making to Louise Marie, because I think you're going to make it. So, hi there, bye there, and I'll let you go.